a certain point, why do we put lye on our head?
I was about to say, I feel like I'm learning
scary.
a lot about some of the crazy things that people are putting on their head right now.
No, and it's like people do that, and then people get these like chemical peel treatments on their face, and it's like maybe this is turning into a love yourself moment. I'm preaching. All right, welcome back. Very quickly, there has been more drama on TikTok.
Who would have thought?
I
Of all
would have
places.
foreseen that this could happen there on such a wholesome and uplifting platform.
It's shocking to me because you're talking about drama in wholesome and uplifting places. This is happening in our own backyard.
Yes,
You know?
our own backyard. Literally mere minutes, single-digit minutes probably from my house.
Yeah, that's the crazy, because it's like literally in the small suburb that you live in.
Yes, yeah, which is very strange to see something that has grown this big happen so close to home. And actually, so what we're going to be talking about today is what I've called Permgate. So
Permgate.
this girl wanted to get a perm and things did not go so well.
Mhm.
A local person also in the village district offered to fix her hair, and that was a whole
Oh,
thing
that's so
too.
cool.
Yeah, I know. She didn't go with her, but we'll get to that at that point.
Okay, so real quick, explain it to me like I'm 5. What is a perm? Because like
Yes.
it's something my grandma says that she would get, but I don't know.
Yes. So Legally Blonde, I feel, has prepared me for this too, because the perm is the key piece of evidence in Legally Blonde of who actually on a live demand. So a perm is a chemical hair treatment.
Yeah.
It's sodium thioglycolate is what's in the perm that basically, and we're going to have somebody explain this in better detail later. It breaks apart the bonds in your hair. And when the solution does, and when it's wrapped around the curler,
Mm-hmm.
those bonds like reform in that curled shape. So it makes your hair, in this case, curly. There's some like permanent straightening treatments. There are different treatments to do different things. But in this case, this girl, Millie is her name, wanted her hair to be curly, which as two curly-headed people, I'm going to be honest, I don't know why you would do that to yourself.
I don't know. It's grass is always greener, right?
You want to spend $200 to make your hair more difficult to manage. It's like, I want $200, so I have to suffer more.
I straightened my hair one time in high school. It was awful.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like my hair is already so like poofy. It was just straight but poofy.
Yeah. Whenever I try to like blow dry my hair straight, it does literally stick directly out. When my hair was longer, I think it was a good look straight, but it lasted maybe 10 minutes before it became frizzy again. You know, there's really no winning. So when you have curly hair, you kind of just have to embrace it. But she did not have curly hair, and that's what she wanted.
Yeah.
So Millie went to this salon in Garner. She talks about it. Unfortunately, the name of the salon is on the TikTok. She calls them out directly, and the stylist by name. I wanted to try to avoid talking about them as much as possible because I kind of feel bad for them. At first, everybody was on Millie's side, like, how could they do this to her? But at a certain point, it becomes like, okay, guys, now we're just bullying them for no reason. So
Yeah. To me, there is no reason to like attack people who didn't mess up our hair.
yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, there are some things. A perm is very, very damaging. And so if you have had your hair bleached in the past, or you dye your hair with specific type of box chemical dyes, like those can make the integrity of your hair weaker. So then when you do get a perm, you can end up like Millie. So I'm going to stop talking around it. We're just going to get straight to the point, and we're going to watch her first video. So here's her first video.
So I am shaking. I'm sorry. I understand this is like maybe too much for hair, but got my hair done at this stupid fucking salon called Vanity Salon and Color Bar in Garner, North Carolina. I got my hair done by Ashlyn. And I have waited 6 years to get my hair done professionally again. I work a minimum wage job, so I work really hard to save my money. And I've just been box dyeing it with black box dye until I was able to go and get a perm. I've really wanted a perm for a really long time. I came in to get one. When we sat down, we did a curl test. She immediately did a
Okay, so I'm going to tell you what a curl test is. And people do this a lot when they're dyeing their hair blonde. Anything with like severe chemicals in it, you want to do like a section of your hair first. So if your hair is going to burn off, only one part of it burns off, you know, not your entire head burns off.
Yeah, I mean, better safe than sorry in those
Yeah.
kind of situations, right?
Which you've seen probably like you've seen bleach fails, I'm sure, at some point on the internet. People bleaching their hair and it all falls out. Same. Like this is doing the same thing.
Do they do that same thing like when you're dyeing the hair too? Like if we're going to try and dye it a different color, do we start with like a small portion to see if we like that color or we want to do something different?
Never really if you like that color. It's really only if there's risk of it falling out.
Gotcha.
But if you are dyeing your hair darker, you don't have to put your hair through the same amount of like stress as if you do lighten it, because if you want to lighten your hair, it has to be bleached.
No you bleach it and then that gives it's kind of like priming when you're painting.
Yeah, exactly. But if your hair if you're going darker, you don't have to lighten it at all. So it's a lot of times it can be better for your hair.
Okay.
So yeah.
Her hair does look a mess.
Yeah, this is post. So this is what her hair looks like after the perm that she got.
Did a curl test on the back of my hair back here. She put the product on and then she asked me, have you had any bleach in your hair? No, not in over 10 years. Have you had any type of henna? No, never henna. I know henna won't come out, so I never touch henna. Have you box dyed it? Yes, I did box dye it a couple months ago. This is the box dye I used. She looked up the ingredients on the box dye to make sure that none of them would have any interference with the perm that she was about to put in my head.
So, come to find out, I'm going to spoil some things as we go through this. We do find out that she was blonde not that long ago. Not 10 years ago, but maybe more like 4 years ago or 3 years ago.
Okay.
And do you know how fast hair grows?
Pretty fast, but it depends on the person. Like I know that my hair grows pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had like a very short summery haircut. I got that 3 months ago. And so like mine has grown out quite a bit in the interim.
So the average person's hair grows about a half an inch a month.
Okay.
So you think about if your hair is like a foot long,
that about 2 years
about
worth
2
of growth.
years to grow. Yeah. So if
Okay.
you have bleach in your hair from 2 years ago, part of your hair might still have that bleach in it, depending on how you grow it out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. It's my mind first went to like, why is it an issue if it was something that happened that long ago? And that makes perfect sense.
Because hair holds memories of what has happened to you and what has happened to it.
Then she put the perm on my head. And I think she left it on too long. I don't know what happened. But when she was rinsing it out, it felt like when she was pulling through my hair, like I could feel it. Like, I'm sorry. I've spent so much of my life trying to get my hair like to be the way that I like, healthy and long and pretty. And I trusted the salon. I spent over $200 on this. I trusted the salon. So I go in there today because 5 days ago I called them and let them know that my hair was burned.
So I think that's most of what we need to get from this first video. You get the point. She's, my hair is burned. I'm devastated. Whatever. The internet made a big deal about you've been saving up to get this done for 6 years. You saved up $200 for 6 years. Everybody thought that was a little weird.
That's a little weird. Also, it seems that last little bit is kind of hanging on for me. Like you've waited 5 days to tell them that you've had a problem.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, they definitely knew while she was sitting there that there was a problem. There's no way this happens and you're like, oh, this is fine. This is exactly what we meant to do.
No, for sure. I mean, it's probably something that's immediately apparent as you're looking at yourself in the mirror while you're still in the chair.
While they're washing your hair, they can tell that this is happening. I also do think it's funny that honestly that texture does remind me a lot of my own hair. And she's like, I can't believe this happened to me. And I'm like, God gave me this one. So, so that's the initial video. Then she comes back a little later. She has a little bit more to say.
Oh, really? Let's see what we got.
When I went into the last thing about this, and then I'll let it go. When I went into the salon, Ashlyn Argo, I walked up to her. She had a client in her seat. I just walked up and stared at her. And she said, I kid you not. I just walked there and stood and stared at her with my hair like this. And she looked at me and she goes,
I'm sorry, that would be really quite funny. What we missed in the last video is she's upset. She wants a refund, obviously. Who doesn't?
Okay.
They don't want to give her a refund for whatever reason. They're essentially like, we told you that this was a possibility that this could happen. She's like, I was honest with you and everything, like my history of my hair. Maybe not, turns out. But she just wants her money back. And so she's making these videos because she wants her $200 she saved up for 6 years back.
Yeah, but extremely reasonable to put it like that.
I think it's reasonable too. But going in the salon and just standing there like the ghost of it, like kind of funny to me.
I mean, that's just not something that adults do. Like,
Apparently so.
You say something to people when you walk in and have a problem.
I agree, but apparently so. Apparently here they do.
I didn't do that. That wasn't me. Who else was it? Sorry. I left the salon. I am no harm to any of them. I am just very verbally angry. That is all. And Ashlyn Argo tried to make me a Christian while I was there too, in her seat.
That's, I think, just a fun little side quest. Knowing where this took place, that makes sense to
Yeah,
me.
it could happen.
Yeah, in this area. It's like, what is it? Steel Magnolias. It's giving Steel Magnolias hair salon.
I think her hair looks better in this particular video.
Yeah, I mean, it really, unfortunately, it really does look a lot like my hair. Like, I had that realization like 30 seconds ago. And it is very familiar, like the same color and everything.
When you had long hair, you had big hair.
I did. Yeah, this is only like, this is probably 40% of my actual hair. If I had all of it and didn't thin it out,
it was like a cloak. It hung all the way
circle.
down your back. I had hair up long at one point in time too, but my hair was not as big as yours.
Yeah, it's got some volume to it, that's for sure. At this point, after that first video, we're looking at now that first video has 24.6 million views.
Wow.
Right? So we have really hit the
We're
peak.
blowing up.
Yeah.
Garner, North Carolina, represent.
Garner is representing. So we have people like hair products like Redken. Hi, Millie. We're so sorry this happened. We'd love to help. Please DM. This salon is literally a mile from me. T, girl, me too. Do I need to go and make a scene? I'm so sorry you went through this. I'm a salon owner and stylist around here. Shoot me a message. I'd love to help. So like people are like, this is traumatic. We want to help you. Like clearly everybody is like, we're so sorry that your hair literally burned off.
Yeah, and she's getting the exact reaction she wants. Like, she's unhappy and she's getting help.
Yeah.
So, like, great.
Makes sense to me. So then we have this follow video. Hold on. Let me.
While I have everybody's attention, your comments.
Okay. So she's getting all of the support. The people love her. The people want to fix her hair. She's getting asked by people like all over the internet, like, can I fix your hair? Can I fix your hair? All different places, all over the country. Everybody's like, I will fly you out and fix your hair, Millie. Like, we're going to do something about this.
A champion of the people, truly.
Yes. And so she uses all of these views to capitalize on this moment.
Of
and
course.
This is where things maybe start to turn kind of in the same way the cake pop war did.
While I have everybody's attention, your comments have been so encouraging. Thank you. I needed to hear a lot of the things that you guys have been saying. I feel so much more validated in my emotions about the situation. And I'm also really excited. One positive thing that's come out of this is that a lot of you have gone back to look at my hair before it was ruined and seen some of my singing videos. And music has always been my biggest passion in life. My biggest dream has been to be a musician, not like super huge, but just enough to like pay my bills, and get to perform with my band all the time and hang out with them and make music. Like, that's amazing. So I actually have a band and we have an album ready that we're going to put out very soon. And so the reason I was getting these curls was because I wanted big Cinna rocker curls for when I'm performing and when photos and videos are taken. And so anywho, it's cool now that you guys are seeing my singing videos. And
so, what do you think about that? This is where it starts to get a little bit funky. This is where my mother would go, it's a conspiracy. She burned her hair off on purpose to get her band together, which I think my mom is a little bit overreactive in that sense.
Yeah, I mean, any press is good press, right?
Right. Well,
I mean, when I'm using my context clues here, knowing about what we've learned from past TikTok drama, something from her past is about to burn her.
You think?
And not only is that about to happen, she is directing traffic to it. It's not like, oh.
That's actually a very valid point. I didn't really
let's
think
bask
about
in
that.
this glorious moment of everybody supporting me and just stay in the here and now. No, we gotta bring up all my old singing videos, and that's cool. You look,
Something about it doesn't feel quite right to me.
No, I mean, she seemed genuine enough in that video, but also it's just like, I don't know. Nobody knows what to do with their 15 seconds of fame, it seems.
Right. So this is all, keep in mind, this is all from the same day. So then on the same day, she makes this video.
You have made me happy cry today now, more than I have sad cried. You told me that you would write at dawn for me.
Love it when a plan comes together.
And bitches, you wrote at dawn. You fucking brought the whole Calvary.
This is where I begin to have a problem, because this is terrible that this happened to you. Unfortunately, this could happen to literally anybody ever doing anything. This could happen to the most experienced stylist, although the most experienced stylist would probably say, like, I'm not going to put that on your hair. The joy in somebody else's downfall that you wrote at dawn, this stylist, spoiler, was let go from the salon. And there have been a million reviews left on the place about how terrible it is and how terrible she is. Just like people who don't know her attacking her for what they think she did to Millie.
Mm-hmm.
And this is another moment where I start to think, I don't like this, you know? You're promoting your music off of your hair trauma. That's, I guess, take advantage of what you got, I guess.
Sure, fine, whatever.
Yeah, you went after this girl so hard. I don't really like that.
Yeah, we've kind of gone past the point of, I just wanted my money back.
Yeah.
You know?
I just want my money back. Totally fair.
Yeah, and, you know, I will give credit where credit is due. I don't think that, you know, $200 the salon maybe they should have just given it back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think
that's
they
kind of
probably
not the point here, but either way, like, I understand that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The whole Calvary. 10 toes down on it. You did that. You guys did that. You and me?
She incited a mob.
Yeah.
I'm not going
literally,
in.
like old fashioned, like fire and pitchforks mob behavior. Yeah. Unfortunately, at a certain point, hair like that has been damaged as bad is like very hard to fix.
Yeah.
So my hair, when it was really long, was pretty damaged, and that was part of the reason I cut it off, because I would just like would cook it like 400 degrees, no heat protectant, and like cook it, because it's like that's kind of what I had to do if I wanted to do anything to it. And so like when your hair reaches a certain amount of damage, sometimes your only answer is to cut it off. So I want to show you this video. This is Crystal Chaos. I love to watch her videos. She does like vivid hair color. Her hair has been that neon green for like, I don't even know how long. Like, she's just cool as hell.
It's badass.
Yeah. And she just paints people's hair like rainbow, and it's like sick. And I love to watch it.
Yeah.
So she explains kind of these people, these brands and these stylists online who are saying like, I would love to fix your hair. I'll fix your hair. Or like maybe not.
Maybe it's a fool's errand.
Yeah. I don't even think anybody's I'm just gonna put this hot take right here, and then I'm gonna get off this app for the weekend. I don't even think anybody's gonna see this video anyways. But the girl that got her hair fried by the Perm solution, I need everyone to understand that is not fixable. I've seen K18 weigh in, I've seen Redken weigh in, and of course Alfredo Lewis is like, let me fly you out and fix your hair. Her hair's not fixable. So short of shaving her head, I don't know what Alfredo Lewis thinks he's gonna do. And there's not a product on God's green earth from Redken that is going to fix that. K18 is definitely not going to fix it. The Holy Grail Olaplex wouldn't even fix it.
So K18, Redken, Olaplex, these are all big hair brands. As you can guess. And we're going to hear from Alfredo Lewis in a second.
God himself could reach down and touch her head and it wouldn't fix it. Perm solution rearranges the guts of your hair, okay? And I'm trying to put this in a way that everybody can understand.
So this is her explanation.
It takes all of your bonds, it takes your protein structure, all of your amino acids, it breaks everything down, it makes it malleable so that when you wrap the hair around the perm rod, that it's all bendable from the inside out. And then you neutralize it and it's supposed to stay somewhat permanent in that shape. But that girl's hair is fried. Like whatever has happened to it with perm solution is fried. Even with bleach, there's like a degree of damage, like a level of damage that is fixable with products like things from Redken, K18, Olaplex, etc. Perm solution is way more volatile. Start talking about relaxers, which have lye in it. Those are also way more volatile. So this is not something that is fixable aside from shaving her head.
I also want to take a second and think, like, I understand maybe you want your hair to be curly. Like, I would love for my hair to be straight sometime. Like, I think that would be so cool. But also, like, at a certain point, why do we put lye on our head?
I was about to say, I feel like I'm
That's
learning
scary.
a lot about some of the crazy things that people are putting on their head right now.
No, and it's like people do that, and then people get these like chemical peel treatments on their face, and it's like I would rather put up and figure out how to like what I have. Maybe this is turning into a love yourself moment. I'm preaching. Like, work with what I have than risk like burning all my hair off, poisoning myself, or like scarring my face. You know, at a certain point, it is what it is. Maybe I'm just too afraid.
I don't know. Like, when to me, there's like, where's the line to be crossed, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think that dyeing your hair seems like a sort of benign thing. Lots of people do it.
I dye my hair every 3 weeks.
And, you know,
because I have so much gray.
I've got some coming in there too, but
yeah,
that's all right.
Yeah, well.
I don't mind it that much. But either way, like that's like a known chemical, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it seems pretty safe for the most part.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, we're talking about lye, putting that on your
literal
head.
poison.
Literal poison.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Oh,
See, all for the beauty that they're.
And again, what I don't know what Alfredo's going to do. He's going to give her the best blowout of her life, and then she's going to go home and wash her hair. It's going to feel like straw again. So I don't know what these brands are thinking, but I'm really kind of tired of seeing brands and people like try to cash in on others' viral moments and get their virality moment out of it too, and be like, we helped Millie fix her hair. No, you didn't, because you can't. It's not possible. Like, that girl's going to have to let her hair grow out. Now, will these products help make her hair more manageable? Maybe. Will it make it easier to live with? Maybe. Sure. She's definitely going to need a healthy haircut. But watching these brands try to like pick at these viral moments and be like, we helped, we care. It's like, no, you care about views and you care about being seen.
And I think that's a good place to end that one. Go ahead.
That's tea.
Yeah, I think that is kind of getting to the core of this entire situation a little bit. Like, that's kind of exactly what I think has happened to everybody.
So do you think, like, let me ask you this. Obviously, she like blew up in her moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you think it's because of all of these brands, like them getting in on it, that it blows up?
Who can ever say what makes something viral? I don't know. I think it helps. I think it's a perfect storm of things.
Yeah.
I think
like the sort of thing that takes it from like 2 million to 24 million is once the big names get in there. But at that point, it's already kind of crazy.
But somebody whose hair's fried off, who's so angry, who's like calling out the stylist by name, who wants help, who's asking for it, like that all leads to a moment like this, which is why my mom will always say that it was fake and she planned it, which, like, whatever. That's like put on my tinfoil hat, maybe. I don't think so.
Is that good for your hair?
I don't know. Maybe. But it's like, you can never predict what's going to go viral and what's not. And this just happened to do that. So I think Crystal Chaos's explanation is really helpful to understand, one, what can actually be done to fix this? 2, why does this happen? And I think everybody wants to be involved in this moment, which is why you do have tons of hairstylists. Some, I'm sure, are out of the goodness of their heart, but tons of hairstylists like, Millie, I'll fix it. Like, how long can we ride this wave of Permgate? You know?
Yeah. I mean, Crystal's breakdown of it seemed like a very like objective view of like a pretty like emotionally charged situation, you know? Yeah.
So Alfredo Lewis is who we're going to get to next. So Alfredo has kind of cemented himself as the guy who fixes people's fucked up hair. Like, that's kind of his thing.
He's like the Caesar Milan. He's like the hair whisperer.
Yeah. But he's had some controversy as to how much fixing he actually is doing, because to Crystal Chaos's point, like, sometimes are these really beyond repair, and it's kind of like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound type situation. Like, can you really, or is it just good for the video? You know, does he just continuously ride the wave of somebody like, my hair is ruined? So this is his first video reaching out to Crystal.
This is like maybe too much for
or not
here,
Crystal, Millie.
Hey, Millie, it's Alfredo. I saw your comment, and first of all, it's not too much. It's not too much about hair. First of all, I'm so sorry that this happened to you. I have to say it. I don't like getting involved in the salon part of things, but I will say just completely unacceptable. I'll never understand it. The fact that you saved up all your money, went in there and, they said it's not my fault. No refund. They didn't want to sit you down. They should have sat you down immediately and tried to make this right. Just unacceptable. You have a beautiful voice, by the way. I saw some of your other videos and your hair was shiny. It was healthy. All the things that you said. I would do whatever it takes. Look, I know you're single.
Aw.
That's what's really sad is she did have really beautiful hair before this happened. I'll show you some before pictures, but we're getting
Mom,
to
you
that.
live on the East Coast. I'm in Los Angeles, but I would fly you out to LA in a heartbeat, get the team together and help you with your hair. Or if not, I would fly out to you. I would fly out to you to help you. I've dealt with something like this before, a similar situation. It was actually more of a chemical straightening situation, but very similar. The hair looked the same and we were able to help her. I've also had a situation where somebody, same thing, saved up all their money, was looking forward to have this amazing experience and it went wrong and they fried their hair.
So you get who Alfredo is.
Yeah.
He posts that video. He's like, Millie, I will help you. And I also think part of the reason people choose Alfredo is because like he lives in LA and he does fly you out there. So it's like, you're just going to take me on a trip and fix my hair. Like I would probably do that too.
There's kind of like a spectacle to it.
Yeah. It's like kind of an experience. So everybody's like, of course you're going to like fix Millie's hair, blah, blah, blah. So people love to hate Alfredo. So then he makes another response.
I thought I'd come on and clear a few things up about this perm debacle and Millie's hair. This is such a hot topic right now on social media, and I get it. You guys are passionate and you're invested. But I hope at the very least, no matter how we feel about different things, we can all agree that Millie deserves to have her hair looked at, helped, TLC, and that we just want her to be in a better place with it than she is.
I think this is also partially coming from stylists like Crystal who were like, okay, you can go and try to fix it, but you're kind of grifting because you can't, like you're going to tell this girl you can fix her hair, but it's like impossible.
Yeah.
So I think this is in response to that commentary.
She is right now.
That makes sense.
Now, the first thing I want to clear up is this idea that I'm going to fix Millie's hair and magically make it better again. There's a big difference to me with helping a client that's been through something like this, get to a better place and seeing it through until they get to the other side, than magically saying that you're going to fix something. I've had a lot of conversations with Millie and I've been very clear with her what the expectations are. And my plan is to stick with her through this over multiple appointments. I agree with some of the other videos, even the ones that kind of come at me, because this is not fixable. There is no magic fix to this.
Just take a close up look at it.
Oof.
It's a little bit
happened to
crisp.
her hair chemically cannot be undone. And I do agree with that. But you guys don't even know yet what I'm going to do, which brings me to the second thing. This thing of I'm going to put $4,000 worth of extensions in her hair and then just leave her high and dry to have another Alfredo Lewis viral video.
That is kind of what people think he does. They really do think you fly somebody out there, you put $4,000 of extensions in, and then you leave them, and then nothing happens. He goes on to say that he does apparently follow up with them and like actually have them come back and see through the whole process and eventually get them to having their natural hair, which I guess is nice. But Alfredo Lewis is kind of known for the your hair's messed up, I'll give you $4,000 worth of extensions, fly you to LA, and then never see you again. Like that's kind of his thing.
Yeah.
But Millie has selected Alfredo Lewis of all of the people to fix her hair. So he will be putting in $4,000 worth of extension and flying her to LA and fixing her hair.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah,
so
I guess.
Is this yet to happen?
No, this has not happened yet.
Okay.
So there's still more to the story because like when I tell you this just happened, this first video that she posted went up 10 days ago.
Okay. Wow.
So it's all very fresh. But then I think people like me at that point were like, she was still talking about it and she was kind of making these videos like you really did ride. People were like, this is kind of mean to the hairstylist.
Yeah.
Like, which we all kind of agree. It apparently was like she was really young. It was like her first year. Imagine like everybody on the internet hates you. That would really hurt my heart.
I mean, that would suck regardless of all those other details.
Yeah. So people did start doing some research, like, let's see if she was honest, let's see if she really told the truth about her hair or if she was really blonde or whatever. And then people, like they always do, like flip it around. Like, you made the Fruity Pebble cake pop. Well, you're a Republican. You know, well, you're a Republican. Million was like, you weren't honest with her about what happened to your hair. And also, why did it take you 6 years to save up $200? Which, like, I agree times are tough. That is tough for me to get behind.
Yeah.
Like, how many months are in 6 years? Is that like $1 a month? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. So what you're saying is they're about to go 10 toes down against her.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think also, unfortunately, being connected to Alfredo doesn't help your cause. You know, they don't necessarily love that about you. So then after people are like, this is kind of mean and kind of crazy.
Good morning.
She makes this.
I want to talk because I want to clear some things up, and I don't want you guys to think that I'm trying to hide or deceive any of you, because it couldn't be farther from the truth. I am just very shaken up by all of the videos online. And a lot of the responses are, well, you deserve it. This is what you did to Ashlyn. I never meant for Ashlyn to receive any of this kind of hate.
Be so fucking for real with me right now.
Come on.
You said her whole name, where she worked, and tagged the place and put her whole name on the screen.
Exactly. Her name was there the whole time.
Yes, and she kept saying it over and over and over again. And you wrote it down. Like, be so honest. If you feel that way, at least own it. You know, if you feel that way, I think that is not right. But don't say, I never meant for this to happen. Yes, you did.
Yeah.
You so did.
Yeah, I mean, it's very obvious that she did feel that way. Like, she was very gratified in sort of like, you know, the stylist being punished. And now that she is getting the negative aspect of it, it's like, oh no, the consequences of my actions.
Oh no, what have I done? Yeah, I hate that. I hate that so much. It drives me nuts when people are like, when people say two things. I never expected this to blow up. And two, I never meant for you to send them hate. Like, own it. If that's what you did.
What did you think was going to happen?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
What are you're going to put this video on TikTok with the person's name and with the salon for like 4 people that you know, and just be like, oh no, why wouldn't you just text them?
Yeah.
Tell them about it.
Yes.
You know?
Record a video and send it.
Exactly.
Or do like I do and have a private Snapchat story where you post whatever you think at any point in the day.
Throw it in the group chat. There's a million different ways you can handle it. That's not this.
No.
Because like when you're putting it up on TikTok like that, it's kind of just like, I want anyone to see this.
Yes.
I want everyone to see this.
Exactly. And I also want to point out, one of my clients recently was doing some research. We've been talking behind the scenes about some influencers in their industry and like how sometimes things can feel dishonest. Mm-hmm. And she did some research on like ways that influencers will try to like build sympathy or like parasocial relationships with you. And one of the things that they talked about is like mostly like if you're sitting in your bed and recording, like, and then you're watching the TikToker sitting in their bed, like that can be a little weird because that's a private space. Same with kind of this, you know, now she's in a robe, like in her bedroom. It's one of those, like, it's the equivalent of the white background YouTube apology.
It's the same. Yeah. And he's just kind of like, hey, you know, her hair's broken. I can't fix it. Yada, yada, yada. It's like he's laying down sideways on the couch. There's like sort of like a forced
intimacy.
You know, precisely.
Yes. Yeah.
When I posted that video, I thought my 300 followers would see it and that they wouldn't go to the salon and they would text me and encourage me and ask me how I am. And that was it. I didn't expect for it to go off like it did. And I understand that I can't control whether you guys believe me or not. And that's totally fine with me.
The thing is maybe that's true. Like we just said, maybe she really did expect that it would only be 300 people that would see it. But when she realized more than 300 people had seen it, you guys stood 10 toes down. Like, way to go, you know? So that also doesn't make any sense.
I mean, there's just so many other, like, if all you wanted was a refund, as soon as this blew up on TikTok, you could have just went back to the salon.
I mean, like,
they already know what.
Have a refund?
Yeah, look, I don't want the stylist to be fired. I just want my $200 back. I'm sure they would have done it at that point.
Yeah, and that, you know, that stylist is never doing another perm for the rest of her days.
Oh, never.
Ever.
Never,
I
ever.
would be so traumatized.
If you don't want to follow me, if you don't want to believe me, that's okay. But I do want to be clear also that in my first video I made, I know I did misspeak. I misspoke. I said that I told her I hadn't had any bleach dye in my hair in over 10 years. The way that it happened when I was in the chair was she said, "What's your hair history been like the past 10 years?" And at first I said, "I've only had box dye." And then I corrected myself and I said, actually, the last time I had my hair professionally done was 6 years ago. I had my naturally medium brown hair, and the stylist did some baby highlights around to frame my face and some balayage highlights to mix into the blonde and brown hand-sewn extensions. And she did it at the time for me for free because I was doing some photos for her. I knew it was something that I couldn't pay to upkeep.
This is to the $200 6 years situation. She's like, I realized I did, and I told her, and also I have no money. It's like it's evoking as much as you can, which I just don't like it. I don't like. Just tell me what you really feel. Don't try to make me feel bad for you. I do feel bad for you because your hair got burned off. That should be enough.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
But I got it done because it was fun, and I loved the stylist, and it was a great time. Being a brand owner, I have recycled those photos of myself over and over and over again.
She has a photography business. I don't know if I ever said that.
That's like a lot more lucrative than like $200 every 6 years, right?
I agree. But she also at one point said she works minimum wage job. I don't really know.
Anytime there's an about me section that needs to be made. So whenever I got divorced in 2025, I had a really hard time finding a job because the only thing I had done so far was really be a brand owner for my photography. And so for a little bit, I tried to relaunch my brand and just do families and like couple photos. And I used that photo and I said, I'm back. And I made this big thing talking about how I couldn't wait to be back and take photos of people. It didn't work. It flopped. I wasn't able to restart the business. So I ended up having to get a different minimum wage job. But
I guess you just explained that to me. I watched this video and I forgot that. But thank you for clarifying, Millie. I'm sorry for being a hater on that part specifically because you did just tell me exactly how that happened. So thank you. And I apologize.
So it was not so hard, you know?
That's actually valid. That's a very valid point.
those are the photos that you guys are seeing around. And I was truthful and I was honest with Ashlyn when I was in her chair. She knew my real, true hair history. I'm sorry I misspoke in my first video. I really was not trying to hurt anybody.
This also reminds me of, I'm sorry, I keep pausing it. I'm like a pause machine. Remember, it was like, was it the Reddit episode where we talked about when people say, I'm sorry in a way that makes you feel weird? What am I thinking of? You know what I'm talking about?
It's like, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Yeah,
You know,
that kind of thing. We talked about this before. I'm sorry I misspoke. Feels like I didn't say the truth, but I had no bad intentions, and like you're bad for thinking that I had bad intentions. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't like I'm sorry I misspoke.
Yeah.
Just say you misspoke if that's true.
Really, when you're apologizing, you need to be genuine, right?
Yeah.
And so like all it needs to be is I'm sorry. It's not I'm sorry that I maybe potentially lied to everybody and, you know, maybe that was why my hair got messed up. Who knows?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Lastly, I
don't know. Yeah.
What snake? Hold on.
Okay. And that's another one. Oh, and I have a child too. Don't be mean to me. I have a child. She listed out all of the ways that influencers do this, and I should really have found that list before I started doing this, but I didn't. So we're getting what I can remember from last week instead.
Yeah. So like that's just like a defense mechanism they use. It's like
yeah. Or like a sympathy mechanism. Like I'm just like you for real. Like parasocial. I am in my house in my robe. We're friends. You know, this is what we do on a sleepover. Do you hear my child? I'm a parent, you know, like it makes you feel like you're in on their life more. So then you feel like, I don't know, a weird relationship with them and like want to be supportive, which is like Machiavellian and kind of freaky.
Yeah, it's kind of dishonest in a way. It's kind of like manipulative.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah. So now, after she explained that to me, as of 1 week ago, my entire perspective on how things like this happen is completely changed.
Really, that video of Crystal breaking it down really just kind of like opened my eyes. Like, I will never look at a viral moment the same.
No.
So obviously we're not close to a resolution here. We're still like in the middle of this conflict.
We're still in the middle of this conflict. I want to read you some of the comments from this. This was posted 2 days ago, as of the time that we're recording this video. So obviously her hair is still not fixed. I don't know what tea is with Alfredo. But also, every time I say Alfredo, I just think about Olive Garden. And I'm so sorry, but I could go for that right now.
That sounds good.
I freaking love Olive Garden Alfredo.
A little breadstick, a little Alfredo.
A little salad, if we can eat that salad.
A little Zuppa Toscana.
Oh my God, that stuff is so good.
That's loud.
Okay. So some of the comments say, wow, as a hairstylist, you're my worst fear for my career. I've seen too many people ruin the livelihoods and careers of these hardworking stylists, whether it's intentional or not. Hell, someone tried to do it to me. This should not be the norm. I kind of agree with that. People who purposefully destroy someone's career are dangerous. In short, quote, I lied. I was like, D. But Millie actually responded to that one and said, I didn't lie to Ashlyn. I exaggerated a number when retelling the situation in the video due to heightened emotions. During the consultation with her, I told her 6 years, and she moved forward with the perm after the hair test. Somebody said, you are the reason I record all consultations with clients. I think that's actually smart, not legal advice, but I think that is a very intelligent thing to do. Record as much as you can forever. Somebody said, I'm just here to read the comments because I'm nosy. Period. Me too. So she claims that TikTok You Did Your Thing was in reference to her getting her refund, which I guess is true. Maybe that could be the case. But like I told you, the whole thing, the energy of it all just feels spiteful and mean.
Yeah, it's giving like a child who threw a temper tantrum and got what they wanted.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. So the latest thing that we have this morning.
Oh shit! Right off of the press,
6 hours ago, as of the time that we're recording this. I didn't pull this one yesterday when I was making this, obviously, because
this is exciting.
It's here, yeah. Here, let me. If you want to look, we're on her TikTok page now.
Guess who got her first box?
She got sent hair product from K18, who Crystal Chaos talked about, and Alfredo Lewis. Explained her all of these products and help her made a plan.
The thing I'm doing is putting on this cap because it's so cute. And we're going to take
now
it
she
right
has
back
all of
off.
her hair products that she's going to test.
Alfredo has sent me a very detailed set of instructions on what to do to my hair before I reach his studio. I wrote it in red crayon because my toddler was yanking at my leg. Before I dive into that, though, I want to say thank you so much to K18 for taking the time to send me a box and the sweetest card. It was all so intentional, and I'm so excited to see how using your products changes my hair health. By the way.
So this is a paid partnership with K18.
Yes.
It literally says here paid partnership. So now the comments are, you're getting free products, free exposure. Can I talk? Free exposure, free services, etc. You're getting paid.
Not getting paid. Says paid partnership.
Yes, everyone is switching up so fast. That is the nature of the TikTok. One day you're the Fruity Pebbles martyr. The next day you're a Republican. Anything can happen. I mean, I just think if it was dealt with properly at the time, none of this would have happened. I do think that that's probably true. I take that back. I don't think that's true. I want to believe that is true in my heart. I want to believe if she had gone to the salon and gotten her hair burned off and they said, oh my God, we are so sorry. We can't fix it. Here's your money back. If you want somebody else to do your hair, we'll do our best to like cut it in a way or get you some extensions or something. I want to believe that that would have been enough and that would have never ended up on the internet.
I said as much earlier. Like, once you have the viral moment, maybe, like, you use it constructively.
Yeah, but I just don't believe that if that had happened, she would have never made that first TikTok. I think that first TikTok, they burnt my hair off, was coming no matter what.
Yeah.
Because I also think we live in a world now, welcome to my philosophy class, where if something bad happens to you, the immediate response is how can I capitalize off of this for social media? Like, what can I get out of this traumatic moment
Do
of
I
my
gain
life?
something by review bombing them?
Yeah.
Do I go on TikTok and spread the word? Like, you start going down these very sort of like prescribed, preordained paths at this point.
Yeah. Like, all of my hair is burned off. I have to share it on the internet. You know? I think that was going to happen no matter what. So.
Yeah. And I think part of it is like, I don't really understand the dynamic between, her and like Alfredo Lewis, for example. But it's like, this seems like somebody who she at least knew about. Like when you're posting this sort of stuff out there in a world where it's like, that there are like hair rescue people on TikTok and this sort of thing can happen. Like part of you is hoping for that outcome.
Yeah. And also I want to say the people in Village District that offered to fix their hair, like they ended up in some sort of drama too, briefly. I don't even know. I think they did also offer the hairstylists to go and train at their salon, which I thought was lovely. Like, yeah, let's support each other. I just hate how everybody's always hating so much, but also I can't look away. But also here I am explaining it to you for 40 minutes because I actually don't hate it, but it also it makes me sad. But
I was saying this earlier before we were recording into something else, but it is really just like a train wreck, It's as soon as you see all these people like turning and burning on her, it's just oof.
Yeah.
It's just gnarly.
It's gonna happen no matter what. So here's Alfredo Lewis. He has 1.8 million followers. Oh, that's the thing I forgot to mention. She had 300 followers when this started. Now she has 125,000.
Yeah.
So he has 1.8 million. You can see this first video of his has 21 million views, 22 million views. Neither of his most viewed videos have as many as Millie's.
Really?
I just want to point that out.
Wow.
Because she had 26 something. So his most viewed videos of all time don't have that.
That's crazy.
I'm not going to say that the conspiracy is he does want to get involved with that, but I think it's possible. So anyway, he does videos like this. Her hair was destroyed. It's messed up. And then they get through and they
pretty
fix
gnarly,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. So this is kind of like his bread and butter, what he's known for. This is 2024. And people are always like, it's a red flag. They always think that people don't like it. I honestly don't really know the origin story of why people hate Alfredo so bad, but they do not like it.
Damn.
He seems fine to me.
Yeah.
But I don't have enough knowledge on the subject to really make a decision. So
yeah. This has been honestly like shockingly insightful.
Yeah. So this is Permgate. What are your thoughts? Tell me what you've learned in this episode and your overall general opinion.
Well, as somebody who has come from a long line of people with exceptionally great hair, like I did not even realize that people were putting all this crazy, gnarly stuff in their hair because it's not something I ever even considered, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm very happy with what I have, and it is upsetting to me that not everybody has as good a hair as me.
Yeah,
and
that can be hard.
It is a shame that people end up going down those paths.
You are
right?
kind of giving Steve Harrington today.
A little bit.
I did say before we started this podcast that we needed to have good hair today because otherwise our credibility is completely shot. And I do think we succeeded on that. Even though I do have what someone call a fab. Are you familiar with the fab? I don't want to say it.
Is it like a bob?
It's called a ass bob. That's what it's called. Bleep that part. The people know what the fab is. I do have a bit of a fab and I have little bangs, but you know what? It's chic. If you don't get it, that's okay.
It's like very cohesive with your whole look, though.
Thank you. But yeah, people do crazy things to their hair all the time.
That's one thing I learned. The other thing that I learned is, like, again, like that whole, like that video with Crystal where she's talking about like people just like hopping on it for their own gain. Like it's something that I probably could have come to that realization on my own, but I never have. And so to hear something like that, that's so like anti-capitalist and like really kind of just watching it play out here with the evidence laid before me, it's really just kind of shocking and also just like not surprising at the same time.
Right. And I want to hope that those people really want to help. Of course, I don't see why they wouldn't. You know, I'm sure they're not going into this thinking like we only purely need to be the center of attention. At least that's my prayer. That could just be true. Like, I'm sure they want to be the rescuer. But I think I at least hope a part of them thinks that they can help.
Yeah.
Like K18, who she's partnered with now.
For sure. But I mean, you know, like when you look at someone like Alfredo, for example, who is like kind of just like a one-person operation, they could, you know, despite the accusations of him being very much like, I'm hopping on these crisis situations, like he could very legitimately, when he is typing it out, I want to help, right? But like when it's like K18, like who is it who wants to help? Is it the social media intern who's like replying to this post on TikTok?
Yeah.
Is it the marketing team who is giving them the okay to do that? Like, who is it in that particular corporate entity that cares? And like, how far does that care actually go?
Yeah. What is the true motivation for it?
Exactly.
Yeah. Which I think if we're realistic or maybe cynical, the true motivation is if they see that K18 can fix her fucked up hair, then they'll want to buy it too. So I don't know. My heart goes out to Millie. I'm sure that sucks. I mean, if I were you, I would just cut it all off and start over. And there's something freeing about that as somebody who's literally done that. I was going to say not that I would. I know. I do know. I do know exactly I did that. It is freeing. It was fun. I liked it.
Also, you can just wear a hat. I wear a hat every
true.
day except for when we're talking about hair on the podcast.
Yes,
and you know
think
what?
That's true.
It's just another accessory. Who doesn't like having a few more accessories, things to play around with?
Yeah. And to the stylist, if everybody's mistakes at work were public in this way, there would be no pure people left in the world.
Everybody has a bad day.
Yeah.
And I just hope that when I have a bad day, it doesn't end up blowing up on TikTok.
Yeah. But I mean, I do understand, like, sometimes you do something scary and you're like, well, I'm never going to do that again. You know, I had that one time where my heart went crazy while I was cycling. I have never gotten on a bike since then. That was 4 years ago. So if you never do a perm, girl, that's okay. But you're just starting out. Don't quit before you even really gotten started. And also, like, let's stop being so haters on the internet.
Really, I am definitely like anti-hater in this situation, but I'm also like very excited to see the conclusion of this train wreck.
I know. I left you on a cliffhanger because we're so current.
Update.
Yeah. So we'll see when the update comes. If it's before this episode comes out, we might have to splice in another part here where you get to see what actually happened. But
yeah.
Best of luck to everybody involved. Wash, condition. That's it for this dive. Thanks for being here. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok at wavestream.media. And if you want a podcast like this one or totally not like this one, visit our website, wavestream.media. See you soon.